Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing a new game on the channel, and it's one I'm quite excited to be filming as well. This is Caves of Lore, and this is very much a modern but retro take on sort of 90s RPGs that you'd play. A bit like sort of Ultima, but not say Ultima 4, maybe more like Ultima 5 or 6, that sort of thing. It's a new game. It came out on the 20th of January, or the 21st of January, I think, this year. It's a solo dev behind the game. I held off playing it for a few days, as I did read on the Steam discussion board that it was perhaps a little bit buggy in places, but it sounds like the developer has been, putting out updates even several times a day to try and get on top of everything, and it's I think it's in pretty good shape now. I've not seen any bugs, so I'm going to get started. I'm not going to do the tutorial, but I'll talk through the way this works, sort of as we come to it. I won't sort of info dump right at the beginning. Well, the first thing to kind of mention is that I haven't seen a way to change our appearance, or indeed play as anything other than a male character. So that's kind of what we're starting with, and I can't change that. But here we can start influencing what sort of character we're going to play. We've got the strength, agility, spirit, mind, resistances, and speed. So I started a couple of games. I started my first try. I mean, I've only played a couple of hours total because I was really just sort of trying out the various systems, so I'd feel qualified to talk about them because they're quite different to other games that I've played. So I played kind of like a melee character, and then in the second try through I tried more of a mage character, and actually the magic system is quite interesting here, so I think I'm going to do that again for this sort of full playthrough. So what I'm going to knock down strength by a couple of points. Spirit, which is actually start off with mind, which is our primary mana points source. We can also resist fear, learn more skills, get more skill points, determines max spell tier. So I think mind is probably the most important stat for a magic class. So let's. So we start off with. Let's see if I'm on tab. We start off with 24 points. I can raise that to 26 by lowering strength. To raise by 1 point costs 1, but then if I raise it a second point, it's going to cost also 1. Then I think if we raise it to 13, we'll see that it takes 2. 14 is another 2, and then if I raise it to 15, it's taking 3. I'm going to leave it at 15 just for now, because I'm going into Spirit, which increases spell damage, magic resistance, a variety of skills. I'm going to sort of raise this up as well. Maybe we'll leave that to 14 perhaps now for the time being. Resistances, which does feed into our hit points as well. We don't want to be a complete glass cannon, so I think it's probably worth putting in at least a couple of points into that. Speed is good because you act faster in combat, move further, better chance to hit and dodge. So again, we'll put a couple of points into that. And then we have agility, which again affects hit chance, things like ranged weapons, which I'm going to put points into because the way it seemed to work in my playthrough, at least in the early levels, is that you've got your spells, but you'll run out of mana quite quickly at first. So having something like a bow or another ranged weapon to sort of back you up is pretty good. So I'm just going to add a couple of points there and see where we are at now. So I've got 5 more points. I could bump each. Oh no, I couldn't bump. So how many does that use? Yeah, it will use 2 for each of these. So let's think about what we want to bump up. It uses 3 to take spirit up again, or I could use 3 of them maybe to take mind up even further. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put 1 each into there. And we have a point left, so we may as well put it into, say, back into strength. I could take strength down even further, but I think it'll limit some of the stuff we can use then if I'm doing that. Once we've done this, just to quickly mention, you can also randomize your points or distribute them equally. I've chosen a more customized route, obviously, there. So we go into traits. You can pick something that your sort of starting trait. You can add them as you progress in levels, so that's not a problem. But I think I'm going to start off with... I like Agent of Destruction because all of these tie into the various schools of magic, but Destruction are the sort of direct damage spells, like sort of Fireball, lightning bolt, that kind of thing. So I'm going to start off with that, make those a bit stronger. and then I'm just gonna get started. Gonna start off with the introductory cutscene here. Oh, this is further than she usually wanders. It looks so familiar, and yet... Oh, I'm gonna tie you to a tree next time. Maybe I should have listened to the elders and avoided the fog. No, this is the right choice. How did I end up here? Are those voices? Oh, poor thing, alone in the fog. Are you lost? Well... And somehow we are not killed. I won't voice the dog. I think it tends to do barking sounds anyway. Hey boy, how long have you been down here? I'm lost too. In fact, I feel like I've been lost for a long time. Come on, we'll find a way out together. Dogs join the party. Okay, so here we'll talk about... oh, no, he's going to do a bit more cutscene. He's been here a lot longer than us. I wonder how he died. Oh. Okay, so this is combat. And again, I'll say no to the tutorial and I'll sort of talk through how combat works. So, each character, and I haven't found any way to influence this yet, but each character seems to start off with 5 movement. Although it looks like I've only got 4 movement here. Ah, okay, yeah, this is our movement. So maybe because I've maybe selected less agility than I did before, but I can move 4 squares. And then attack. There are certain abilities you can use that don't end your turn. These are loaded abilities up here. I've got Strike, and I've got Knockback. And the cost you can see there, the cost of 2 for Knockback and cost of 3 for Strike, that ties into how much mana it will use. I can't currently see how much mana I've got. Yes, I can. So I've got 7 health, 12 mana. Oh, so I'm going to say mana, I think, rather than mana. The dog has 5 of each. So, yeah, so what I can do, I don't have any spells preloaded at this point, even though I'm a mage class, so I'm going to just come forward my 4 squares, and I can't attack unless I can... Oh, I can hit it with my strike. So let's do that. And I've done 0 damage because I'm not a martial class. Okay, so we're going to move the dog forward, and he's got a skill called Howl, which lowers enemies' defense. I've actually set the rat on fire, which is pretty cool. Let's take it. And it actually took 3 fire damage, you saw there, and died. So that was our first combat. At the end of each combat, you see how much experience you got. I think there was a little 1 above the rat. This is our loot. We've got 1 gold we'll take. We can see that we've increased in various skills, and I'm going to show you now what that means, unless it takes control away from me again, which it has done. Who's a good boy? I guess I should give you a name. Well, I'm going to name him after my dog, who you probably, if you're a regular on the channel, have probably heard in numerous videos in the past. I've got a little accent called Max. Oh, if only I could remember my own name. I guess I'll call myself... Boring Dad. New quest has been added. Okay, so I've assumed direct control now. So let's quickly talk through a few more things. At the top we've got stealth, which you can toggle on and off. I need to find a way out of here. Let's check that skeleton for useful items. We'll do that in a sec. We have a map here, which we can use to track our progress. We have... Each of these characters seems to have a unique skill. Mine is perspective, gain a heightened sense of perception around you. Basically that means you zoom out a little bit and see a bit further. You can drag... We'll have different party members sort of filling in these squares, but you can drag each one to be the party leader. And when you've done that, they can actually, you know, you can see the dog's taking the torch in its mouth now. And each character has its own skill here. So the dog has sniff. He can find buried objects in the area. So if you click that, he'll run around a few squares and try and find something. He didn't find anything there, but we'll be introduced to that very shortly. This is sort of... This little hand thing here tends to be prepared stuff, which it can be spells or healing items. I've got a bit of bread. I haven't taken any damage, though. We can use our sort of passive perception to try and spot stuff, so we can set it to ores, ingredients, monsters, secrets, items, or traps. I'm actually going to set it to secrets for now, so we'll try and keep an eye on that. We can put out or turn on our torch, and we can camp. If I click on my character, you can see he's got a green cross there. Well, let's quickly introduce us to the inventory. I'm just going to put the staff in my hand. I don't need to actually equip the torch in my hand, it just happens automatically. Ability. These are kind of the abilities I've got loaded at the moment. We'll find spells in a minute. So at the moment my spells list is blank. But on skills, I've got 100 skill points to spend. So how skills work is it's a bit like Oblivion or Skyrim. You know, the sort of Bethesda RPGs where the more you use a skill, you can level it. So for instance, you know, I attacked with my strike in that combat, so my one-handed weapon skill is just raised by about, oh, I don't know, 15% there or something. And the same with monster lore. I've sort of gained a bit of knowledge on that. I've actually raised that level. So the various skills, just quickly running through, we've got hand-to-hand combat, awareness, spotting hidden things, evasion, dodging things, one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, ranged weapons, monster lore, survival. So adding things when you're camping, you can kind of set different tasks and perform those. Two of the tasks, which are treating first aid to treat wounds, music to give bonuses when camping, locked doors and disarm traps, which I'm going to put a few points into because you come across quite a few of these, and even at a reasonable, what I thought was a reasonable level, sort of level 4 or 5 in this, I was still failing most of the time when trying to unlock stuff. Stealth, identifying items, and you do find quite a lot of magic items, even early on, that this is useful for. Bartering, and crafting stuff. So I've got 100 points to spend, so I want to first of all raise, it's called disarm, but this is also our lock-picking skill. So to add a level, it's going to take 4 of my 100 points. So if I do... I can just click add level there, so it'll automatically... It's actually added it by 2. Not quite sure where the extra 1 came from. I've obviously got something equipped that's doing that. I'm actually going to raise it again. And again. I've used a lot of points doing that, so I'm not going to do any more. I quite like my awareness to be a bit higher. I'm actually going to add a level of music because I haven't really used that when I've been camping yet. I'm going to add range because I intend to have a little bit of ranged ability when I find something. Identify is good, so I'm going to add a few of those. Oh, I've got up to 6 somehow. I can't decrease. I've only got 4 points left, so I can level up a 1 skill, basically. Maybe I'll do... Maybe I'll do evasion. There we go. So I've spent my skills, and 100 seems like a lot, and it is a lot, because when I leveled up previously, I've only got like 3 or 4 of them. So these are going to be our stats for probably quite a while, unless we're using them regularly and leveling them up sort of organically that way. These are our traits. Acuity. This just seems to be something innate. It's an increased chance to land a critical hit, and this is the one we chose at character creation. My inventory, in which you can sort of sort by various things. And that's probably enough of that for now. So let's go and click on the skeleton. And I can loot him for a book called the Codex. This musty old book appears normal, but something about it draws you to it. And in search of clarity, it's a book, but appears to be a block of thinly sliced wood. Oh, it's how he's describing a book. I wondered about that before. It's that's actually his description of a book, sorry. Okay, so we'll take both those. It says Codex. How unusual. I don't recall knowing how to read. We'll come to that again in a bit, when the story starts to unravel. I feel strange, as if my vision is cleared, and yet I see no differently. Why did this person have books and nothing else? I should learn more about them. So yeah. Oh, this is my journal by the look of it. So I've got a couple of quests. I've got Seeking the Light, which is to find an exit from the caves. Extermination, kill 10 giant rats. What's this? Alright, yeah, and this is the monster lore. This is where this ties into. You sort of, as you fight creatures, you learn more about them. I don't know a lot about giant rats at the moment, though. Okay, so this is a bit of tutorial. It's telling me to put the book in my hand. And now this has given me access to certain spells. Dehumidify. Surroundings. That's for outside combat. I've got light, which is probably just as it sounds. I've got Seeking Lights. That's to highlight enemies on the map. And this one, which we're going to use a lot, which is Arcane Sight. What's this analyze? It shows an enemy's health bar. Interesting. But yeah, cool. So we've got some spells now. I'm just going to go and pick this thing up here first. It's a little plant. So we're going to use our... So we click open our sort of magic abilities, and this is the ones we've just seen in our book. So I just click that. And suddenly this is highlighted. If we go and stand on that, we've got a way out of this cave. I'm going to go and crack open this pot as well. There's sometimes gold in there. Right, so we're in the larger caverns now. Let's go... let's start this way. Let's put a waterfall. A little pot. I haven't found a way to get over there yet in the sort of time I've played, so hopefully you will. We've got a door here. I'll come back to that in a sec. We're going to open this chest first. So we've got a bow, which is cool. We're going to equip that. And a couple of other things there. Let's go into our inventory. So this has given us some spells. So I'm going to actually equip this. If we go to my spell list now, I've got some combat spells. So another thing to mention about spells is I'm going to, probably even in this video, I'm going to find various spell books. And each of them brings its own range of different spells. As you use them, not only do you level them with this white bar, you can memorize them as you use them with this purple bar. And when that reaches the top, that'll be sort of outlined in a purple frame, and that'll mean that we've memorized it. We don't actually need to have that spellbook equipped in order to use the skill, which is pretty neat. So I'm going to add this shock to my combat abilities. It will do up to 15 damage at a range of up to 3 squares. It says for every tile away from your target, damage is reduced by 25%. So that's something to bear in mind. It's going to cost us 5 mana at level 1. So that's good. I'll leave that for now. Oh no, I was going to equip a couple of other things, wasn't I? So I'm going to give myself the bow instead of the staff, as I've got some ranged skill. This is a rogue's hood. Bit of defense, bit of stealth, so I'm going to pop that on. Can't use the shield, because that's got a strength requirement of 10, and I remember I think I was down to... It actually says I've got 9. I guess I did put that extra point back into it, didn't I? That's an ore vein, but it needs a pickaxe. I'm assuming you can sort of come back to previous areas, because even a couple of hours into the game, I haven't discovered a pickaxe yet. But let's try and open this door. So when you click on a locked door, you get this menu. I guess this is if you have a key. I don't know what these two apply to. Maybe using a pickaxe to break it. Not sure about this, but we're going to try picking the lock. And we failed. But that's scripted. It looks like it was locked from this side. I should make Max the leader. Maybe he can help. So we're going to do what we saw earlier. We're going to make Max the leader. And he's going to use his sniff ability. And this is the only time I've seen it work this effectively. But he's found the key to that door. So I make myself the party leader again. And I can now use the key. It doesn't seem like there's any penalty to retrying a lockpick attempt. You do have to leave it, otherwise you have some sort of penalty to your ability. The one thing it doesn't do is show you your sort of success chance, which would be nice to know if you're sort of banging your head against it, or if it's something that is technically possible. But let's fight this rat. Oh, that's a big one. So we got Max acting first. Position him maybe here. I'm going to use this howl to lower their defense. Then it's me. I think I'll use sparks. Let's do that. I'm going to come here. I'm going use Spark. It's going to be a bit less damage because of my distance, but it's still enough to kill that rat. Right, now the dog's here. Let's bring him here and just attack. And that's enough to kill. There we go. Fights will get harder, but we can see the XP flashing up there, just 1 point for each rat. Got 8 gold this time, and some increased skills. So it's, if I go into the spell now, we can see that, yeah, it's leveled up a tiny bit, but got a little bit memorized as well, so that's cool. I'll go and pick this thing. Plant, we can use that to heal. On the mana and health, they do regenerate at a reasonable rate out of combat. It's not amazing, but if you spend a few minutes between combats, you sort of don't need to rest really, which is quite nice. Let's go down here. Ooh. There's a couple of things here. Tell you what, let's go this way first. Maybe we can level up before we take those on. I'll take that. Choose my... actually, let's just fight this bat. Don't know how strong bats are. Do the hell? I'm going to come and do my shock ability. I want to get it memorized so that I can use other spellbooks. That was pretty good. 28 damage on that one. Take the bat wings. See, me and Max are very low on mana now, so it'd be good if it was a little bit till the next fight. I mean, we've got our melee weapons as well, so it's not, well, my bow and his bite, basically. Maybe we should get some rest, Max. We can heal up if we need to. So we'll do it. This is kind of all the tutorial bits and bobs. So here we go. We can 10 wounded, so I can select myself if we were wounded, but neither of us is. Keep watch. Let's get Max going, and maybe Max can be our musician and give us a bonus. I'm just going to... If I say the rest until healed, it might do the mana as well, which it is. Okay. Going to break camp. And let's head up here. Ah, we spotted a secret. We have some sort of staff. Unidentified. A rogue's belt, which looks pretty nice, but defense and stealth. That's pretty cool. And some shoes. So we'll take all of that. Let's equip some of those immediately. So first I'm going to try and identify the staff. So if I click on this, it'll do that. And I actually managed to. It's a wooden staff of... It's spelled wrong, but it's villainy. So you get a spell with it, Poison Dart, which is interesting. But I'm going to stick with my bow for now. I'm going to put my rogue's belt on, though. And my shoes, which give a little bit of defense. We've got 6 defense now, which is quite nice. The dog's only got 1. But we're both getting towards leveling. Probably 1 to 2 combats away from leveling up, I would say. Ooh, what we got? We got a hand axe, studded leather cap, which I can't equip. But the Torch of Winterfell book, which gives us some fire-based spells. So we definitely use those. But as I said, I kind of want to get Spark memorized first. Ooh, hello. One thing I do want to do. I thought that around here I found some secrets. Maybe not. Alright, let's fight the rat. There's only 2. I think because we've fought them a few times now, I can actually see their health bars because I know how much health they've got. I'm going to come here. I'm going to use Spark as much as I can. Oh, too far for that. Really? I would have thought that was. Maybe because this wall's blocked. Maybe it's a line of sight thing with this wall. So I can't shoot at the rat either. I'll shoot this one. It's enough to kill. That's a 0. It was a hit, but I think because of my defense, it didn't work. I'm going to do this again. Big damage. So, one more fight and we should level up. Oh, this'll do. The dog can actually get here, so let's just get up and attack it. Oh, it didn't kill it. Where am I? Oh, I can't do my abilities, so I'll just shoot this rat. Can I not do anything? Alright, I won't do anything then. Dog will attack them. I guess I'll shoot the rat. No level? Have a look, because we've suddenly got 5. That's weird. Okay. Ooh. I'm gonna have to have a look at the chest. Some rats jumped out. Come down here. I don't want to get attacked by both. Oh, I can shoot this one. I think. Can I not? Apparently not. End turn, I think. Oh well, the dog's dead. Don't worry, he can come back. Slightly concerning though. Let's try and get a bit more distance between me and the rats then. Oh, I can't actually see them. You can actually drag here and kind of see if you can see things, so I'm going to come here. I'll shoot this nearest one. There's no attacks of opportunity or anything like that. There we go. I've leveled up. Of course, the dog was down, so he didn't. But when we rest, we can get him back. Got another bow. Locked chest. Success. We got a ring unidentified. That's I'm actually going to use my magic sight as well, see if there's anything else going on in here. Doesn't look like it. Let's rest and bring the dog back. Okay, he can't do the music thing because he's downed. So it looks like characters, when they're downed, they don't get the XP, so I've leveled up, but Max hasn't. That's okay. So if I go into skills, you can see I got two skill points for leveling that, which is not amazing, obviously. But starting to level the range a little bit. The survival's leveling up. So that's okay. But it does mean that I think I was on 7. I think it's doubled my health and mana, something like that, which is cool. And filled, well, I've filled both bars because of the camping, obviously. So what have I got here? I can... Oh no, that's identified. Let's try and identify this ring. Ooh, we've got +2 mana and a spell part of it as well, so that's cool. So if I go into spells, has that added it? So Enduring Flame, it causes... It's not bad, but it requires an enemy to already be on fire. Which isn't probably going to happen until I've equipped the other book. Actually, let's have a look at my spells. So I'm getting there on the spark. I keep calling it spark. It's shock. Yeah, I'm getting there on memorizing that. Yeah, let's carry on. What's here to get some gold? It's always worth doing this little magic sight thing as you explore, because you might see secrets and stuff like that. There's another rat down there. Okay, there's a blockage there. I think we attack the rat. Might be able to get Max leveled up. Killed it. I'm just going to come forward 1 square and I'm just going to shoot the rat. There we go. Max gained... I think he will actually gain a level. There he goes. And we completed that quest for XP as well, which is pretty cool. So Max, in his skills, he got 1 skill point. guess he's going to try and increase his hand-to-hand. So when you can't do a full level with the 12 points, whatever it was, you can sort of put one or however many points into that skill here and increase it. So it just increases it a bit towards the next level, effectively what we've done there. And if I can come this way... Someone here. Stop, Shepherd! How can I help you? I'm looking for a book. Have you by chance found one? Yes? I've been looking for it as long as I can remember. In fact, I remember little else. I'm in a similar situation. I'm looking for something, but I don't know what. You look like a shepherd. Perhaps you are looking for a sheep. Perhaps. Since you helped me find the book, I will help you find your sheep. But I don't even know if that's what I lost. Come, let us go. Thanks? So we have a new character who... What shall we call her? I think maybe we'll just go with the default name, Merowyn. So a quick look at Merowyn. So she looks to be another magic user, got high spirit, not as high mind though. Resistance speed. She comes with some spells. She's a summoner, in fact. We can tell because she's got this summon swarm of bats and drops a large stone onto her target. She can also create a crack in the ground, dealing earth and fire damage to anything above it. It's pretty cool. Can we add that to combat? We can. And clothe an ally with earth protection. So yeah, so a bit of earth protection. Does that... Yeah, so it's protection from earth damage. Okay, that's good to know. So that's pretty cool. Have a look at what she's got equipped. Yeah, this spell book. She's actually got a short sword. I might give her a bow as well. I've already got a rogue's hood on, so let's give Merowyn one. She could use the staff. What's this? Hand axe. She can't do the leather cap because her strength's too low as well. In fact, let's sort this all by, say, weapon. Yeah. Okay, looks good. She's already level 2. Yeah, so she's on a level with us, but we've got a bit more XP at the moment. We can go down there, but I want to finish off this part of the dungeon first. One thing you can also do is change your kind of combat grouping. So I'm actually going to move forward, get the dog into combat quicker, plus he'll get an initiative bonus from being there. So I'm going to move myself and Merowyn forward as well, so we activate sooner in combat too. So that looks good. Can't go through there. Should I have a quick look at the map? Where didn't I go? So it was... Yeah, I think we've done all of this. It's this kind of middle bit where we saw that bat and that owl. Not owl, that bat and the rat. Sounds like a Julia Donaldson book. The bat and the rat. No, this is the wrong way. Hey, ratty. Yeah, we've got 4 rats now. It's quite a big fight. Dog goes first. I guess we'll bring him up and attack this. Only did 2 damage, unfortunately, so he's going to take a bit of damage now. Okay. Honestly, the shock... Well, I do want to get it into my routine is the thing, so I will shock the rat, even though it's massive overkill. Now we've got Merowyn. So what can she... Can she hit all of them with the same thing? She did kill that rat. Dog's taking a bit of a beating. Oh, that was lucky. Honestly, I'm gonna shock again. 31 damage on a 3 HP rat. We've unlocked Electrify, which I'll save us looking up. Basically, you can add electric damage to a melee weapon. But we've got to go straight into another fight now. So let's, with Max... yeah, let's look at our healing items. So we can heal Max with some bread. Did that work? Oh, it did. It didn't really do anything. Alright. Okay, it'll just tell us what it does. It's a bit of overkill, but again, let's do it. A bit low on mana, but I think we'll be okay. Oh wow, 4 of them. Bring the dog down here. The other bats might not target him if he's down here. I got a bit of health. I don't know if a crack in the ground would actually work. We could maybe try and drop a spike on him. 9 does kill. Damn. Dog's taking a bit of a hammering. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to shock this one. He did go for the dog. Probably got 1 HP left. Let's go for this one. Might kill it. Did. We want to be able to attack that bat. Let's do it from here. No damage. Go from here. Oh, he's going for Merowyn. Dog to attack from the back. We can use this to attack a random enemy. It doesn't do a lot of damage, I've noticed. It was enough. Oh, I tended to max his wounds. That's interesting. I wonder what that will look like. Yeah, gained a bit of health. Okay. So there's a little area down here, and again, I haven't found a way to get to this part yet. But at some point, I'm hoping we'll be able to sort of find some way to approach from a different angle. So let's leave that there for now. And now we're going to go back to the stairs where we found Merowyn, and we're going to go onto like the next level. Sometimes you think you can get around an obstacle, but you can't.
Welcome, traveller. I see that you've met Merowyn. I'm sure she mentioned me.
Well, no, she didn't. I was focused on the book. Do not forget our mission.
You mean your mission? My name is...
Rykard. Yeah, we'll live with that.
Merowyn and I have been down here for as long as I can remember. Let me guess. You remember very little as well, yet are still driven towards some end. You probably wish to escape this place, but I came here to slay a monster. Also, I might have dropped the door key over the ledge.
I've seen many large animals here, but monsters? Do such things even exist?
You shall soon see for yourself, friend, since we are trapped down here. I've killed many of these rodents of peculiar size.
Princess Bride reference there.
But my need to slay goes unsatisfied.
As does your need for endless conversation.
Can I be blamed? It's lonely down here.
You just said you wanted to be here. Maybe you two can sort out your personal problems without me present. This is still a dangerous place. Perhaps we can help each other.
Why not? I've had little success in this part of the cave.
Come on then, Boring Dad. Come on then. Boring Dad and I have already made an arrangement. Yes, let us call it that. Now we've got Rykard. Let's take a little look at him. So he's got decent strength, but perhaps not melee fighter. He's got high agility though, which suggests, and speed, which suggests a ranged fighter or rogue kind of archetype. This is his inventory. He's got a short sword equipped, which is probably the best thing for him that we've got. So look at his skills actually. So, well, interestingly, he doesn't have any points at all in any of the combat skills. Unflankable, so flanking is a thing, and he's got blade proficiency, so daggers, short swords, that sort of thing. Ability-wise, he's got a couple of locked ones, but here he's got leap, small obstacles to strike at a target, leap to the other side of a target, probably to help with flanking. He can't equip our leather cap, he's one short of the strength requirement. He can take the shield though. That's probably about it for useful stuff I've already got. Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look at this as well. So he's probably going to be more of a front liner like the dog. In fact, let's maybe switch those round so the dog's a bit more out wide. That'll do for now. I'll have a poke through their belongings. We've got some food. Chain, that's a weapon by the look of it. A milk bucket. Okay, we'll take those. We've got some meat. So not everything you can pick up is highlighted then. So it's pretty worth clicking on stuff that looks like it might be of interest. Oh, there's a chest. Got some potions. We've got a mana potion, health potion. That's rejuvenation, so it does hit points and mana. Which is good. You can use those in combat as well. This is a locked door. I would try to unlock it, but I know that it opens later, so I'm not going to sort of waste the time doing that. We have a smith's hammer, blunt weapon, another short bow, and another book, spell book. How am I coming along with my spells, actually? So, you see, I'm getting quite close. I reckon another 1 or 2 combats, and I'll be... it's also level 3, which is quite nice. I'll be memorising that, and I'll switch to another spell book, maybe the fire one, which is quite good.
I've searched for a way across. There must be one, but it is hidden from me.
That's all right, because we can do this. Onto a little bridge, and a new area.
Calendrau.
Okay, here we've got some arrows. We don't need ammunition for our bows, but I think arrows can bring certain benefits that makes it worth equipping. Don't know why they're still down there. So we've got huntsman arrows, which instead of piercing are doing slashing damage. I guess certain monsters have certain resistances. This one is silver, so I'm actually going to equip the silver one, which sounds like it might do well against monsters. I don't know. But maybe we'll put slashing damage on the other bow there. And these seem to be infinite. There's not one arrow. That's literally my ammunition type now, is that. Down this. I'm just going to try picking this, because all my other playthroughs I've failed in this, which suggests, like constantly, which suggests to me it'll open at some point, but I'm just not able to access yet. Weird thing over here. There's another person. Move along. So we've actually come to a bit of a settlement. What is this place?
Can it be? Has someone come at last?
I was beginning to think I would not live to see this day. Welcome to Calendrau, our shelter.
A shelter from what? Why would such a place exist below ground?
I do not care, so long as there is something to eat other than rat.
Forgive me, my name is Quay, and this is Naira.
Pleased to meet you. We've been hiding here for years, perhaps, ever since the calamity befell our world.
What calamity are you referring to? I'm afraid we cannot remember very much.
That is the calamity, the slow loss of all knowledge and memory. I was hoping that you had escaped. How did you make it here with little to no memory?
Oh, it seems to have begun when I happened upon this old book. I can only read some of it.
You can read? And you have the book, the codex? Oh, no wonder you were able to find us.
Then perhaps you are the one who sent me to retrieve the book.
I'm afraid not, for we also seek the owner of the book, if there is anything left to find. Many attempted to get to the shelter with us, but few made it. Once here, the power in this place protects the mind from degrading further. I suspect the book has a similar effect.
Please come in. We will be happy to answer more of your questions once you are settled.
Okay. So I think that's actually a good place to leave it. There's actually loads and stuff to find and explore in here, so probably most of the next episode will be taken up with that. But we'll leave it here, having done the initial sort of cave dungeon, found a couple of new companions and everything. Yeah. So, I mean, I really enjoy this game. The first thing I do when I turn this game off is I want to just fire it up again and keep playing because it's great. But do check it out on Steam. I mean, it's at the time of filming, this has only got like less than 60 reviews, I think, on Steam, which suggests to me that not a lot of people know about it because I think this is real quality. So please do check it out on Steam if watching this video has intrigued you at all. But I'll leave it there for now, and I will be carrying on with it, so I hope to see you in the next episode. If you did enjoy it, then please do hit the like button on the video. That would be great. Leave me a comment. What do you think about this game, this this sort of novel look? Is it sort of triggering your nostalgia from games you used to play? It certainly is for me, but I'm probably older than a lot of you. And subscribe to the channel too if you've not done so before, because that would be amazing. So, one last time, thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time for more Caves of Lore. Bye for now.